The idea for today's video came from a conversation with a friend. She said her son was going to be Captain Hook in a school play. And I thought, everybody makes swords, but you don't see anything very frivolous like this. And that kind of gave me the idea. So I made a few quick chalk sketches on the workbench and got to making this hook. I'm starting out with 3/4 inch round bar. It's about 11 inches long, and you saw me in a previous video upset one end of this bar. So that end, the upset end, and the next 5.5 inches, that'll be the handle, and the following 5.5 inches I'm drawing out into what will eventually be a full 26-inch taper. So we started blocking the 3/4 round bar into 5/8 square, and from there we'll work it out into a taper. And I use a combination of techniques for making these long tapers. Sometimes this way, sometimes that way. I'm not willing to say that any one way is better than another, and I think it's very helpful to know several different ways of doing the same thing. That way, if you're like me and you get bored doing something the same way over and over again, you can switch to doing it a different way. So now I've got my taper pretty well done. This again ended up about 26 inches long. Goes from 3/4, with the upset goes from 1 inch on one end down to about 3/16, 1/4 inch on the other end. And what I'm doing here is just making it round. I want a nice clean forging, so every time it comes out of the fire it gets a quick brush, and it gets another quick brush right before it goes back into the fire. And you can see round is taking shape. I'm going back. I'm going to go a couple of times and clean it up, get rid of some hammer flats, and straightening it out. That's it. One final heat, one final brush up. Straighten out anything that's very wrong. And there we go. I didn't film that finial when I made the finial onion. I don't know why. Maybe I lost the footage. Who knows? It didn't happen. Maybe I'll get it next time. We'll see. Constant improvement, right? So here I'm shaping out the hook. I keep comparing it to a chalk sketch. I didn't put a whole lot of thought into this, just kind of kept drawing until I found a shape I liked and went with it. I'm measuring the handle part, just going to keep dressing it, shaping it and dressing it. The overall shape, I wanted something that was non-threatening but functional. If in my head a kid was going to take this up on stage and start swinging it around, the last thing I wanted is for him to engorge someone else. I think that probably would be pretty bad. But I didn't want it to look like a toy. And there it is. That's final shape. Get it hot, clean it up. and let it cool. So between letting it cool and here, I didn't film the leather work and the woodwork. There it is, a leather cuff. Let you slip your hand into it. Copper rivets, copper nails into the wood. Discreet use of epoxy. It was fun. It was a fun idea, fun to make. I get so sick of blacksmiths making swords. Whatever. Well, here's a hook. Arr. You know I was going to say that, right? Thanks for watching.